US President Donald Trump has signed the Laken-Riley Act into law, giving federal authorities in the United States broader power to deport immigrants in the US illegally who have been accused of crimes. He also announced at the ceremony that his administration planned to send the worst criminal aliens to a detention center in Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. But this bipartisan act, which is the first piece of legislation approved during Trump's second term, was named for Riley, a 22-year-old Georgia nursing student who was slain last year by a Venezuelan man in the US illegally. Now, while the Laken-Riley Act passed with bipartisan support, many critics are arguing that it criminalizes immigrants on a larger scale. But just listen in to what Trump had to say, followed by my colleague Mitch McCann's report from New York.
Today, I'm also signing an executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even know about it. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them out to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately, right? And that's a tough place to get out of. Today's signings bring us one step closer to eradicating the scourge of migrant crime in our communities once and for all.
At the White House, President Trump raised for the first time the prospect of sending migrants to the Guantanamo Bay detention center. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people, Mr. Trump said, explaining he would direct various agencies to prepare a migrant facility there. The president's predecessors, Joe Biden and Barack Obama, had signalled intentions to close the facility while they were in office, and critics have labelled it a moral stain on America for holding suspected terrorists without charge or trial. Currently, it holds only around 15 prisoners. Mr. Trump's comments come as Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE officers, carry out raids to find illegal immigrants across the United States. ICE said it arrested 1,000 people on Tuesday in the US. In 2024, an average of 312 people were arrested each day. Officials in some cities say that migrant communities are now living in fear of being raided by law enforcement. Meanwhile, the White House has rescinded an order that froze trillions of dollars in government grants and loans. The order, sent out earlier this week, directed agencies to review and eliminate spending on so-called woke ideologies. After widespread confusion, concern and legal cases, the Office of Management and Budget said the directive had been rescinded. The change in direction is the first major U-turn from the administration as it continues to implement a large volume of executive orders. Mitch McCann, NDTV, New York.